Adirakshanda, are you there?
Yes, present officer. Present, sir.
Okay, so we are going to start now. Ada Habib, are you ready? Okay. सलाम नमस्ते दोस्तों, जीअं तव्हांखे ख़बर आहे त अॼु असांजो जेको तमामु इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक आहे लीडिंग लार्ज स्केल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर। सेना सिंधी इंजीनियर्स ऑफ नॉर्थ अमेरिका जे तरफ़ां जेका कमेटी आहे साना जी, अॼु 15 अगस्त आहे ऐं अमेरिका में त 11 टाइम थी रहियो आहे ऐं सभिनी दोस्तनि खे मां भलीकार कयां थो हिन अॼु जी तमामु इम्पोर्टेंट सीरीज़ में, जंहिंजो असांजो की नोट स्पीकर आहिनि रक्षंदा रक्षंदा मगर, जेके लाइसेंस इंजीनियर बि आहिनि, बीई होल्डर बि आहिनि, MBA बि कयो आहे हिननि ऐं 25 इयर्स वधीक एक्सपीरियंस आहे ओवरऑल। ऐं हिन वक़्तु टेक्सास में हिकु ट्रांसपोर्टेशन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में कमु करे रही आहे। सो ॿी ॻाल्हि ॿुधाईंदो हलां दोस्तनि खे त अधिरक्षंदा असांजी क़ाबिल फ़ख्र सिंध जी उहा नियाणी आहे जंहिं पंहिंजो अमेरिका में अची पंहिंजो नालो रोशन कयो आहे, न सिर्फ़ु पंहिंजो पर उन सां गॾोगॾु सिंधियुनि जो बि। ऐं उहा सिंधियुनि जी हिकु नियाणियुनि जे लाइ या मां इहो चवंदुमि फीमेल्स लाइ हिकिड़ो उत्साह बि आहे त असांजूं नियाणियूं मुल्क दुनिया जे कहिड़े बि कुंड कुशन में हुजनि पंहिंजो नालो रोशन करे सघनि थियूं ऐं पंहिंजे सिंध जो बि नालो रोशन करे सघनि थियूं। सो हींअर हिन सेशन जो बाक़ाइदा आगाज़ थी चुको आहे ऐं मां गुज़ारिश कंदुसि सेना जे चेयर साईं इक़बाल तरीन साहब खे त दोस्तनि खे भलीकार कनि ऐं अदी रक्षता जे बारे में भी थोड़ो ॿुधाइनि ऐं हिन वेबिनार सीरीज़ जे बारे में बि ऐं जेके असांजा फ्यूचर प्लान्स आहिनि उन जे बारे में बि। अदा साईं
वॾी
इक़बाल तरीन
महिरबानी, वॾी महिरबानी तव्हांजी, थैंक यू सो मच। अदा मुस्लिम, तव्हांजी बि वॾी महिरबानी जो तव्हां सभई सैटरडे ते जेको तव्हांजो फैमिली डे आहे उन ते तव्हां सेना जी ख़िदमत पिया कयो, सना जी ख़िदमत पिया कयो। सेना कमेटी आहे सना जी ऐं मां हुनजो चेयर आहियां। ऐं जीअं मुस्लिम चयो, मिस्टर रक्षंदा महर जे सिलसिले में तमामु हाईली अकम्पलिश्ड पर्सन आहे। हुन जूं टेक्नोलॉजी ऐं इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर जे सिलसिले में विच इज़ वेरी अनयूजुअल। सभ खां पहिरियों त सिंधी इंजीनियर्स हाणे काफ़ी आहिनि सिंध में, पर 24 साल पहिरियों असां वटि हिते US में नॉर्थ अमेरिका में का फीमेल सिंधी इंजीनियर कोन हुई and she was the first one, a great inspiration. पर हुन खां अलावा हिकिड़ी ॿी ॻाल्हि तव्हांजे साम्हूं रखणु चाहियां थो त रक्षंदा महर पहिरीं वाइस प्रेसिडेंट हुई, फीमेल वाइस प्रेसिडेंट सना जी, जंहिं सना जे तमामु ॾुखिये दौर में साथ ॾिनो and she did a wonderful job. She was a great inspiration and we've been thankful to her for her contribution. Having said that, I think she presents a very unique expertise in infrastructure. She has prepared a very nice presentation. 24 years she has worked for the government of Texas, and now she's working for the private company that also specializes in infrastructure. Infrastructure is going to be very important, heading towards AI and machine learning and all that. I think infrastructure is going to play a hell of a role, and she is ahead of the times, and we congratulate her for professional accomplishments. Having said that, I will head it over to you, Muslim, and lakh thora tahan sabni ja jo tama ajo sa shamil thya ayo, lakh ehsan. Muslim, please hand over to you. Take it over, Papa.
साईं वॾी महिरबानी ऐं यकीनन हीउ क़ाफ़िलो तव्हां खां सवाइ न हली सघे हा। जीअं सेना जो बुनियादु विधो वियो त हुन में तव्हांजो वॾो किरदारु आहे हिकिड़ो, सो तव्हांजी बि वॾी महिरबानी। ऐं मां उन्हनि सभिनी जेके कीनोट स्पीकर हिनमहिल ताईं आया आहिनि असांजे हिन प्रोग्राम में, उन्हनि जो बि शुक्रिया अदा कयां थो ऐं शुक्रगुज़ार आहियां, ऐं जेके फ्यूचर में ईंदा उन्हनि जो बि। सो दोस्तो, हीअ जेका जेको वेबिनार लाइव हले पियो, इहो फेसबुक ते बि हले पियो, यूट्यूब ते बि, ऐं असांजे एक्स ते बि। सो दोस्त जेकॾहिं ज़ूम में जेके आहिनि शामिल, त उहो बाद में रिकॉर्डेड वीडियो उते बि ॾिसी सघनि था, फेसबुक ते बि ऐं यूट्यूब ते बि। सो प्रोग्राम खे अॻिते हलाईंदा हलूं त अच्छा, हिकिड़े दोस्त मैसेज कयो, दादा मुंहिंजो नालो मुस्लिम बुर्दी आहे, मां पाण यूएस में रहंदो आहियां, आई एम एन एनवायरमेंटल इंजीनियर, आई हैव डन बीई एंड आई हैव डन एमबीए फ्रॉम यूएसए, पार्ट ऑफ दैट आई एम पीएमपी होल्डर एंड आई एम अ सीएम आयुष, चार्टर्ड मेंबर ऑफ आयुष। सो इहो मुंहिंजो मुख़्तसर तारीफ़ हुयो। हाणे हलूं था प्रोग्राम खे बाक़ाइदा स्टार्ट कंदे अदी रक्षंदा महर ॾे, त उहो पंहिंजो पंहिंजो तारीफ़ बि कराइनि ऐं प्रोग्राम खे अॻिते बि वधाइनि। अदी रक्षंदा, ओवर टू यू, प्लीज़ अनम्यूट योर माइक एंड स्टार्ट।
जी थैंक यू। सभ खां पहिरियों गुड मॉर्निंग, सलाम नमस्ते जी सिंधी में चवंदा आहिनि, भली करे आया। ऐं जॾहिं असां ऑफलाइन हुआसीं बिहाइंड द स्टेज, I would respectfully say thank you. तव्हां हेॾो मूंखे ऑनर ॾिनो, मान ॾिनो, ऐं I will repeat with most humbly कि I'm a small fish in a big pond, especially जॾहिं असांजा esteemed colleagues, इलाही learned people आहिनि, ऐं community seniors like Mr. इकबाल तरीन। So अगर thank you everyone, welcome everyone, और हमेशा president का इजाज़त वठबी आहे। So Mr. President of committee and the moderator, with your permission, I'll get the show started.
Thank you.
Yes, please go ahead.
Thank you. सभ खां पहिरियों त this is an important announcement. Shout out to everyone making time from their Saturday family and personal time to be here and volunteer work. I do want to emphasize that I'm presenting here in personal capacity and not on behalf of any past or present employers. So recognize the joy Jeko Hal Habiba, so pesh pinya, right? So Jamja reflections in, there's no right or wrong path. This is how I see, and I'm trying to just pay it forward for the greater good. Again, thank you to Mr. Burdi Tarin and everyone who put this together. A lot of work went behind the scenes. He Muchadio, we say engineer Rakshanda Mahar. P is a professional engineer. MBA sabni ke khabar hai. MA and MS. I left this slide engineer here in journal. So the asanji desi community mein generally iyo hi hundo aa, we call it doctor or engineer in the context of North America. At least in USA, in Canada, you cannot call yourself an engineer until you have a license to practice. Yes, you can call yourself EIT, engineer in training. You can call yourself graduate engineer and a whole plethora of other titles. I've been told that besides being an engineer, I have leadership qualities and mentor. So I'm a self-proclaimed, if good, bad, or otherwise, technical professional by education, but a volunteer mentor, coach, and champion of people and causes at heart. So while my technical background is in formal education, is in civil engineering, most of it's in public service, but also people-centered leadership, regardless of where you are. And again, thank you to SENA Technology Webinar Series. हाणे चवंदा त बाबा सिविल इंजीनियर कोई मल्टीडिसिप्लिनरी कीअं थी वियो? Oh my God. So this starts from Mehran University of Engineering and Technology, Jamshoro. Zaira High School खां पोइ आहे हिते उनखे हाई स्कूल चवंदा आहिनि, उते इंटरमीडिएट न्यू मैक्सिको स्टेट यूनिवर्सिटी ऐं MBA from UT Arlington and A&M कंप्लीट उते कई. That's my claim to fame. ऐं मेंटोर रही आहियां, वॉलंटियर कोच फॉर्मल इनफॉर्मली. मीडिया, अच्छा मीडिया जो वरी ज़िक्र कीअं आयो? फ्यू इयर्स बैक रेहान अल्लाह वाला हिकिड़ो स्कूल हलाईंदो आहे, एवरीवन कैन गो रिसर्च देमसेल्व्स. उन्हनि जे स्टूडेंट मुंहिंजा इंटरव्यू कया. दे हैव अ रिक्वायरमेंट टू डू 200 पॉडकास्ट अ ईयर. सो उन्हनि मूंखे, इट वॉज़ अ वेरी ग्रेट एक्सपीरियंस. दोज़ आर अवेलेबल ऑन फेसबुक. ऐं सेगवे टू रेडियो आज़ाद, साउथ एशियन कम्युनिटी जो हिते आहे 104.9 ते हलंदो. हुन में मां सिंधी रेडियो शो कयो, लाइव शो संडे मॉर्निंग्स विथ FCC रेगुलेशन. When you combine all of this, hence the mindset, multi-potentialite. I learned a new word. I didn't create it. I wish I did. But you take talk macheto when you panamanu research go if you're so inclined. This is very important in the sense that why do I keep saying mute even high Shikarpur Jo girls high school or primary school? So that we are such a roots and this is very important that no matter whether you have 2 decades or 15 years, always remember your roots. असांखे पंहिंजे बुनियाद roots याद रखण घुर्जनि, where we have come from in civilization, in history, in our job, career, and family. So it's with Mehran University of Engineering Technology, NMSU, A&M, मां सभु कोन पढ़दमि. I did leave my longest employer here, Texas Department of Transportation. Also am putting the licensing board here. So the P Jo, we have beat the drum about it, right? Important thing is that most professionals, all of you on the audience too, or some of you start with college. Then if you either you go into career or you go for higher studies, master's, MBA, or a combination. In my case, it was engineering training, MBA while working, PE while working, a lead academy. I'm not tooting my own horn here. Leadership in engineering and development. This is through McKinsey and Associates curriculum. It was very good opportunity to learn about yourself. Physician heal thyself. So this is lead yourself, lead others, lead agency, and lead all the stakeholders in this journey, influencing models and come to a common solution and continuing education haldia, regardless where you are in these boxes, in university, college, high school, professional license, and we have to do continuing education. Engineering expertise with service mindset, Tareen Saab Cheichiko, roughly from early 2000s to now. That's my civil engineering experience. This is just a snapshot in time, 30% team. I have led at any time from 24 people in multi-generations to 40 people. I have lost count of how many generations because they were baby boomers, Xers, Xennials, like myself, baby boomers उनके पाण जहिड़ो सम्झंदा आहिनि, millennial खे Gen X सम्झंदा आहिनि, असां हेॾां जा न होॾां जा. And then millennials and Gen Z and now alphabet. Anyway, you get the idea. And they were new graduates, summer, intern, whatever. Tareen Saab Sananjo Cheichiko, I will say it loud and clear, that my debut VP, Women Affairs, I'm fresh off the boat. That's my claim to fame. Very honored to work with seniors like Mr. Khalid Hashmani, who introduced me to Ms. Aisha Aleni. This is a separate topic for a separate day, but I'm always thankful to Mr. Tareen, Mr. Sunny Power, Hashmani, and all the community seniors. SSDP Sami volunteer kyo, DEI and ERG, diversity, equity, and inclusion. I cannot see all the audience, but by raise of hand, how many of you have heard of DEI, especially in the Biden administration, right? Again, not to make it a social, this is a cross section of society, so we are talking about it. ERG में भी चाहूँ, वो चाहूँ the Ginti Payo Baba. So it's an employee resource group. I was invited to be in the women and the Asian ERG. Sindhi radio में बुधाई चुकी हूँ. Moral of this story is volunteer, mentor, coach, and champion. And of course, based in Dallas for a long time now, after college in New Mexico. We'll see where the journey takes us. हिन स्लाइड मां छो रखी वराए चऊं था, इट्स अ टेक्निकल डेप्थ विथ ह्यूमन इम्पैक्ट. हाणे असां छो था चऊं, ओ सिंधी में चवंदा आहिनि मिस्टर तरीन या बुर्दी या हबीब में कहिड़ी पई आहे सैटरडे ते बि तव्हां सेमिनार था कयो. It's about paying it forward. It's inspiring. माण्हुनि खे इत्साह करणु त भई असां पंहिंजे रूट्स, पंहिंजे अबननाननि, पंहिंजे साउथ एशियन खिते ऐं जेके हुते माण्हू वेठा आहिनि कराची, हैदराबाद, सखर, शिकारपुर, रोड़ी या कैनेडा, यूरोप किथे बि हुजनि, we remember them. So the point is के along with technical depth, remember human impact because we do it knowingly or unknowingly. असां खे उन ॼाण हुजे या न हुजे. Engineering leadership is stronger when technical credibility and service to people reinforce each other. One doesn't work without the other, in my humble opinion. Roles that expanded with responsibility. हाणे तव्हांखे त हिकिड़ी 5 सेकेंड जी हिकिड़ी स्लाइड थी नज़र अचे. For my life, any of these roles in my previous employer in that agency starts with engineering assistant, which is basically a graduate engineer out of bachelor's. ठीक है? Romans lesson 2, 3, 4, 5. At every stop, you spend about 2, 3, or 4 years. Sometimes it's luck of the draw, sometimes it's your own gumption. I tell my new hires, hite ask any question because you have these 4, 6, 8, 10 years to learn. Hite sab question kyo. But you'll ask why? Miss Rakshanda. Because when you come be a licensed engineer, people will come ask you for solutions. They will ask you for alternatives and provide value. जेकॾहिं क्वेश्चन कंदा त चवंदा okay, but you are a P, you are a esteemed licensed engineer. I don't know. So he 8 साल हिते 8-10 years हिन में ॿिया 6-8-10 साल depending on where you go. So in summary, the next to the जेको मुंहिंजो आहे, my last 6 years I've been in leadership roles very humbly. So I am introvert by nature. I'm an accident extrovert. Research ॿुधाए थी त असां ambivert बि हूंदा आहियूं. So go figure. नई research जेॾा वठ तेॾा लोॾा, right? So district design engineer director for 2 years in Bryan College Station with Aggies A&M. So they worked for me. I hired them. I coached them. I trained them along the way. I also learned from them. Similarly, he Fort Worth में supervisor 8 PD advanced district APD supervisor director. अच्छा भाई start छो लगाया हुआ? Wait for it. हाणे dance करे थी. Okay. First South Asian female. I repeat, to my knowledge, and somebody can correct me. First South Asian female for this role all by itself. Number 4, this role all by itself. But wait, there's more. And then the only one to hold both roles. Now put that in perspective. In a 100+ year organization with 14,000 plus employees. So I'll leave it at that. Again, this sums up education, licensure, leadership development, college, masters, EIT. So this is my journey, may or may not be yours, but somehow the whole point is in a session you take away chati. Where are you? Either you're a new graduate, a middle manager, middle career, keda tanja paths sign, and these are not the only paths. So basically growth compounds when formal education is paired with on-the-job stretch assignment and continual upskilling. Now you can be a graduate engineer and stay there and work there for 30-40 years, or you can continually learn and upgrade, upskill and reskill yourself. Engineering leadership beyond the project, STEM में माँ math counts वगैरह में, Society for Women Engineering में काफिन में माँ contribute किया हुआ when asked. Believe it or not, Mehran University we had a young engineer society. The election thing now there's some book fair karayo. And then even early on in my career here, we had a young engineers group or pre-P, and we did some field trip selection and so on. So it helps build team social skills, emotional intelligence, and all of that. I'm not going to read all of this. It's self-explanatory, but you get the gist of it. Acha, Ms. Burdi Saab, because I cannot, you want me to continue या तव्हां कोई चेक में या ॿिया क्वेश्चन खण?
बस मां इहो थोरो दोस्तनि खे चवंदुमि त जंहिंखे बि को सवाल आहे त चैट बॉक्स में उहो रखी सघनि था ऐं इन दी एंड ऑफ द मीटिंग कुझु दोस्तनि जा जेकॾहिं को सवाल आहिनि त असां उनजी माइक बि ऑन करे उन्हनि खां सवाल डायरेक्ट वठी सघूं था. सो पंहिंजा दोस्त तारीफ़ बि लिखनि, जीअं त आकाश चैट बॉक्स में लिखियो आहे त असां पंहिंजी सेना जेका असांजी डायरेक्टरी आहे उन में बि असां रखंदा वेंदासीं ऐं हिन सेशन खे बिल्कुलु टाइम ते असां ख़तमु कंदासीं. मैक्सिमम टाइम जेको आहे असांखे 50 मिनट्स जो आहे, छो जो हुन खां पोइ वरी हिकिड़ो साना जो ॿियो प्रोग्राम स्टार्ट थींदो. सो यस, प्लीज़ अदी कंटिन्यू.
Oh, acha, thika. So 30 second ta khadi chade mujhe. Okay, no worries. Thank you. I wanted to make sure that this is not a monologue. Acha, Hane, we will say why this session matters. He said, you SENA, SENA, sub, whatever, all these esteemed people have come here. Well, it matters because we are focusing on civil engineering leadership with TechStart, or could be any other agency or your own employer, roadway design, construction, traffic, hydraulics. And the message, takeaway message is that large infrastructure projects, when technical rigor is paired with public trust, disciplined delivery, and continuous learning. That's when they succeed. They don't succeed in vacuum. Tasamni budondo, it takes a village. It takes a village to do anything. He numbers yaad rakhjo, they may look very big, 1 billion with a B, 222 million. And again, this is a construction cost. This is not a total project cost, which includes designer fee, overhead, right of way, utilities, all other, a plethora of other things. You can see a multi-level interchange here. Those of you familiar with Dallas, there's a Dallas R52 at 635 and 75. This is only for the picture के भाई ॾिसो त कहिड़ो background में work वेंदो आहे. Drawings, printouts, slideshows, TV screen presentations. A lot of work goes before you see a final product. Role progression, again, in a summary, it's a technical, management, and leadership domains. ठीक आहे? Technical, the असां चई चुका आहियूं, whether you're electrical, mechanical, civil, or computer engineer. There's a design. This is basically bid documents, traffic control, transportation, maintenance, construction. All of this doesn't happen in vacuum. It is tied to management, consultant, scope, fee, risk management, and leadership. You are a mentor, you are being mentored, and you are learning on the go, and you are providing training programs and district portfolios and team development. And I've also done, excuse me, train the trainer, and I've taught classes on Primavera for the agency. Excuse me. Jai Taditi, sorry. Okay. So engineering assistant 1 through 5, I talked about the transportation engineer, corridor, and then bottom line is with the leadership, roles. So again, hey, varai ache to just put a scale. Imagine ke agar hey money asanje personal account mein ho jaye ya koi trust baby ho jaye unke da paisa milan. But this is again over, some is 2008, 9, 19, 16, and so on. Acha, with a raise of hand, even if you do virtually, how many of you go and go to the gas station and get the fuel for your vehicles every so often? So I guess people are muted, but I did want to share. No, I'm not a Sherlock Holmes, but it tax may pay. When you look at the receipt, there's a gas tax and fuel tax. Where does it go? This is just a high level view. Ke first 28 billion, next 2.5 billion Kadevendan, and remainder of sales and sales tax collected. I'm not a CPA, I'm not an attorney. I did not make these rules or regulations. I have to follow them. This is an important thing. And then this tells you the first 5 billion from motor vehicle tax and rental taxes, they are set aside. Anything above the first 5 billion, 35% of it goes to the state highway fund. This the story in Texas. जो कोई framework, a model, some variation will probably exist in all the other states in USA. Achha, 48 billion, 100 billion over 10 years. Where is this money going? Well, just put this in perspective. Tarin Saab, Texas, jo pucho ya babi pucho, all of you, some of you are from Houston. So the growth ke thri thiya. We have been in population ma 33 million people are in Texas and growing. It's mind-boggling. I repeat, this mind-boggling. And so again, a 58.4% return. It's not a return, but imagine if this was in your bank account or stock portfolio. So put that in perspective. So all these people, when they come, they demand roads, highways, bridge, a school, hospital, places of worship, water, wastewater, recreational parks, everything under the sun. So then we want to bring that last slide from the population to the tech stack. This is a unified transport. We work in a lot of abbreviations. So unified transportation program is over 10 years. The Bay from 2016 to 26. I didn't even start from 2000. This was the 10-year में उन्हें जी कितनी growth किया. 18-19 million to roughly just shy of 50 million. And this picture may change every quarter because new data is coming, new people are moving in. So now I'm tying it to when I said, oh, month a $1 billion project, our team worked on these projects. The HEI Interstate 30, PGB President George Bush Turnpike Interchange over Lake Rehoboth, 350 million. So this is my blood, sweat, and tears. If you're in Rockwall and Rowlett, I was a construction engineer here, and I was on the water barge. Barge, we would go there and monitor concrete. You work from sun up to sundown, 6:30 in the morning to 9:30 in the summer. So when you go there, this is my blood and sweat and tears. I had takriban 2008, 9 and 10, 9 time frame में. अच्छा असां डिज़ाइन कंप्यूटर जो इलाही ॻाल्हायो आहे. So you चवंदो ये सिविल इंजीनियर बाबा सॼो ॾींहुं ऑफिस में कंदो छा आहे, कंप्यूटर ते त वेठा आहिनि. So they generate these graphics, 2D, 3D, and DTM models and everything in elevation. And this may take 18 months to 2 years or something. It's not easy. But you know why? There is an industrial park, there's residential, there's places of worship, there's other community things we cannot touch. So this is how it looks on your fancy computer, zero be monitor. But how do you actualize this in real world? So this is how it looks in the real world. US Highway 75 in Sherman. If you're going from Texas to Oklahoma, I worked there too. Again, this was the highest project for that district because it's out in the somewhat relatively rural area. So, hey, surface transportation जो बताऊँ था, the Texas project takes that project life cycle. And I would not get us, I would invite everyone to look at the workflow and look at the phasing and project life cycle, especially those who are in PMP or look at the workflow or even computer वाला भी. हिन खे छॾे तव्हां जेको बि एम्प्लॉयर हुजे, planning and programming, environmental clearance, schematic, PI, final bidding documents, write off of utilities, letting, construction, O&M, ये सब हलदा रहंदा आहिनि. And every step you have to do stakeholder management, risk management, communication, and quality assurance. And some of this, if it's repetitive, because it applies in every phase, that's why some of them may be repeated language. Surface transportation या कुछ discipline जेके मुझे ज़हन में आया, it's not an end all be all, but again they are planning and programming, payment design, we work with geotechnical engineers, structural engineers, hydraulic engineers, electrical engineers for traffic, operations and maintenance. And nowadays the buzz is, okay, self-driving and automated cars. So automated and connected vehicles, anybody who's in computer or electrical or any other, you can contribute to the infrastructure here. Planning and programming, the key takeaway what problem are we trying to solve? Why and by when and for whom. So I'm sure people have heard the matrix about who, what, when, where, and why. It can apply to many facets in your career, whether you're a civil engineer, infrastructure engineer, or not. Typical work, sorry, I think my slide, okay. Typical work will include these, but it's not end all. No two projects are the same. Geometry is there, but there are different limitations and decision making involved and every other thing. Basically, from a leadership lens, we are trying to translate complexity into options, build alignment across agencies, and protect the future construction path early. Project development, some of the things we utilize. We only see with a hyphen. The survey is not easy. We need a registered RPLS, Registered Professional License Surveyor. Those are the people whose drawings we need. GIS is Geographic Information Systems. Geotechnical, borings, we need for a structure, roadway, hydraulics and hydrology, environmental, roadway design, traffic control. Now we say roadway design, but in this slide they showed at least 5 other major sansa interacting at all times, depending on the project. Tika? Sorry, just bear with me. So what does a project manager do all day, every day? Our portfolio manager, you are doing coordination, scope, fee, schedule, estimate, invoice, reviews, and you have to basically, like a magician, you are juggling many things all at the same time. Imagine that. That's what we are doing all day, every day. Public involvement. This is important because as a sub presidential election, we all get excited every 4 years, at least in USA, right? But guess what? Our local elections matter too. The city, the council, the counties, residents, business. Trust me, these are our politicians too, because 1 million things will go right, and God forbid, hikro part hole hoche. That will be in the breaking news. This is Metropolitan Planning Organization, Texas Lion North Central Texas Council of Government. Please excuse the abbreviation. MPO Khaniwanyo, because this will be useful probably in Washington, D.C., Washington, Oregon, anywhere else, California, New York. Main thing is a federally mandated program. So we all have to work with these. We have to do public involvement, and if they say no, we have a grandpa's tree here, yeah, 100-year-old church out there, then we cannot touch it, right? And also there's other stipulations that go in there. Leadership takeaways, that public trust. Everything we do is for public. Public trust is the project control. Successful delivery depends on clear communication, timely response, and visible respect for community concerns. In this slide, my takeaway, I'll just say, y'all may have seen this in different directions, but professional engineering procurement, this stands out where I've done more than 40 contracts, but these 3 slides, 26 contracts, 89 firms, 230 moving pieces, 21 business days, with a Memorial Day holiday, while traveling to Austin from Dallas, during a wedding anniversary, leading a team of 4 people with a 24-hour response time at each stage. So this is the particular role, obviously. So whatever the show must go on. Doesn't matter it's a holiday or your personal milestone. A purposeful relationship-oriented communication helped teams navigate centralized procurement workflow and quick turnaround milestones. A value-based contracting method, this is more for the construction projects when they do the lowest bid. The lowest bid gets the construction award. We also have a QBS, qualification-based selection, in which money is not affected. So it just depends where you are or which project you're working on. Design to construction, you have a final PSNE, jeka fancy man drawing dekhari, it goes to bid, then it's awarded, then they go in the construction, break out the concrete, asphalt, whatever. There's inspection, but if they have any questions, they come back here. So this is a loop. It runs in a loop, because if they have any questions, they'll ask for RFI or change orders, and then it goes open to public, keeping in safety and original intent in mind and everything. Key success factors, again, risk management, decision making, construction readiness, QA, and communication goes without saying. Servant leadership, there are many facets. Some of them are mentoring, project controls, stakeholder alignment, decision making. They go hand in hand with the community growth, professional growth, people systems, portfolio systems, and so on. Again, this is just my view. Please feel free to use or add your own views or ask questions according to that. Everyone has made time today here to listen to me. So why should anyone care and listen to me? Modest background isi chuka. What I have learned And what I've observed others, what has helped them is a learn, learn, and learn. And there's not a typo. I know everyone, human nature, everybody wants to learn and earn, 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 earn. Show me the money. But I would say you have to provide a value, or service, or product. Then somebody will hire me or anybody anywhere. Why should anyone hire anyone? They will hire because you're solving an issue, a problem, or providing a service or value. Volunteer care, this opens your horizons. It's also kind of, call it a tithing or sadko, but paying it forward because we didn't come here all by ourselves. It takes a village. Raise your hand for new and different projects. Panji ke pigeonhole mein na raho. If possible, raise your hand. Opt in for training or ask for it. Go to your HR, go to your employer and ask them. Tika? Acquire certification in many degrees. And hey, very much, we just talk about bachelor and master and PhD. Well, there are certifications, there are many degrees, and Udacity has a connected and automated vehicle certification 6-month program. And that's the future. And we are not going to say it's the future. The future is already here. Tika? And build relationships across disciplines. At the end of the day, again, it's not a formula or a destination, it's a journey. I'm learning something new every day. We are just putting a proposal together in response to a client need. So I'm learning new things just in the last 3 months or 4 months alone. Volunteer care, raise your hand, acquire certification. I wanted to make this is important. It's not a formula or destination, it's a journey. We cannot say, Baba, and a bachelor case, I'm a doctor or engineer, a lawyer or accountant or whatever. You have to constantly learn. Stay curious, stay useful, and keep widening your horizons. Public and private sector, there are many opportunities. There's hundreds. I'm not gonna be able to put them in this slide or the time allocated. But these are some major ones that stick in our major. They stick out: surface transportation, water and wastewater. Everyone who woke up this morning, you open the tap water to go get your tea, take a shower. From morning to evening, you touch infrastructure some way. Aviation, structural design, there are details here. I'll just move on. So my focus is on surface transportation in the context of today. So Uname, again, these are some fields we talked about: planning and programming, right-of-way, utilities, roadway design, payment design. Important thing is that this planning and programming, no offense to Mr. Tarina, anyone, this is not the coding, this is funding. You are program management, you are managing the monies, you are managing the portfolio, projects and money and funds. So I want to make sure, I don't know why they call it programming, they should probably call it program management. But hey, I don't make the rules, I just live in them, right? So there you go. Okay, so with that, I think the build, how can anyone who is attending this seminar, I will see the recording later, how can you expand your community beyond your employer? Go join any of these or some of these associations, right? American Society of Civil Engineers, National Society of Professional Engineers, Public Works, Society of Women Engineers, and there are many other. Professional society, why should you join them? Because they create access to technical learning, lunch and learns, mentoring, leadership opportunities, and lifelong peer networks. Because people will do business or they'll give jobs to people they know, they like, and they trust. That's what I'm hearing again and again. And then turn that membership into participation, right? Mana, in the sense now you can offer lunch and learn, social events, Habitat for Humanity, Engineers Without Borders, work on real world, global, and local development projects. Students gain design exposure and so on. Specialized institutes behind. Don't ask me what these abbreviations are, but there's many. Like I said, the value is not the logo on your resume. It's not about the GPA. It's not about whether somebody went to Ivy League or not, which is good. It's prestigious. It's the relationships. It's the service. technical growth you build through active participation. And then if you want to go even further deeper in the vertical, then there's American Concrete Institution, transportation engineers, IT. This is misnomer. It should be traffic signal, lighting, electrical, and all that. Waterworks Association, Environmental Federation, highway engineers, and so on. I guess you get the idea. I think we have beaten the horse on this one. But Acha, hi, not everybody on this call may be civil engineer, Tika. Some of you are computer engineers, data scientists, data engineers, or electrical engineers. So software, jeku kamindo, both the agency and the consultants ke, it will be in the life cycle review with the consultant handoff and digital delivery. And I think we touched on it earlier. I'm not going to read all of these, but basically these are tied to every aspect, whether it's planning, our survey, our bid documents, our construction, you have something coupled with it. There's GIS, Geographic Information System. There's the data, right? They're saying data is the new gold. Data is the new oil. I learned somebody said it's not the new oil. It's the oil, it's the refinery, it's the equipment. So go figure. Open roads, Bentley, project-wise, they go hand in hand with knowledge management, file management. Bluebeam reviews your drawings online in real time, Primavera P6 scheduling, and so on. Planning and programming, these are the tools your client may use. These are the tools your construction guys will use. But if it's in-house, your team has to do these functions, right? So then you have to. Basically, planning software is less about a single design file and more about making project definition, geography, and funding decisions traceable. So you have to connect the pieces. That's the moral of the story. Again, this is ORD, Bentley products, project-wise, those who are technology guru, IT gurus, they can delve into it. Bluebeam, artificial intelligence. Who here has not heard about AI? Oh my God, until a few years ago, I was action items. I was the self-described queen of action items, AI. Hane Baba was artificial intelligence. It's been there for 50, 60 years, but last few years is a buzz. So hence the digital twin. So because people are in government or infrastructure, they don't use tech. They do. You need a digital twin. You can bring AI and all of these solutions because everybody's hungry for a solution. Everyone wants everything it's due yesterday. So digital delivery is the bridge between design intent and downstream construction, completion, asset data. Lating scheduling, again, hey, it talks again about the software roles. How do you use them for scheduling, design, and management, and what your teams will be doing, whether you're on the client side or you're in your own office, or even your in-house new engineers. Here, major transition here. They went from site manager to Estovare. Anybody interested can Google it. I'm not prepared. I didn't allow time to go deeper into that. This is just a high level view, 50,000 feet view. Operations, maintenance, and asset management is there. If nothing else, people can be super guru in GIS. Believe it or not, there was not now, 15 years ago, I learned that a company sent their technician to Florida and they pay him more than engineers to Bentley headquarters. You know why? Because that person helps the engineers. So it's about the knowledge, it's about the competency, and it's about the value you bring. And where do the biggest software opportunities lie? These are some of the view. I'm sure there's thousands, if not millions, applications out there. I talked about Bluebeam, ProjectWise, P6, GIS in operation systems, and GIS as a preliminary. And then at the end of the day, you have to do integration with the APIs, automation, AI assistance, and digital twin. It's a digital twin chota because historically, they've given 2D or 3D models. That we won't do anything with the paper. We'll just give digital 3D model to the contractor and they'll build the road. So thank you we are completing quickly. So thank you for everybody's patience. Just when I had the slideshow ready, This morning, my wheels were still turning, so I'm respectfully offering to our audience and esteemed guests points to ponder. If you can find a mentor, coach, or champion, it will go a long way to help you get organized and increase potential for better outcomes. I've learned this way late. I wish somebody had told me you're always interviewing. A real life example at one time my supervisor was overseas and his supervisor evaluated me, and you know what he told me? This is back in about 2002. He said, Rakshanda, I don't need so and so because I see how you work. Now, how does a kid out of college know that somebody is always watching you? Similarly, different time, different place, different location, a supervisor who had hired me was no longer there. He moved on to different. His boss, he said, Correction, I'm going to do your evaluation. I don't need any input because when I see you, I see the fire in the belly. Not my words, his words. So I wish somebody had told me this early on. So if we don't take anything away, just take this away. Hey, I just made this quotation today. So IQ is a foundation, but EQ, SQ, and other Qs, they make you shine. Intelligence quotient, GPA, bachelor, master, they'll get your foot in the door, but these other things will help you. Of course, there are ground condition, environmental, office setup, and different dynamic, team dynamic. But this is my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Great.
Yeah,
Good.
and just couple more slides. So everybody says about success key in India. Everyone here, if not all of you or most of you, what people see is the success. What we don't see is the dedication, sacrifice, hard work, and blood, sweat, and tears. So summary में he ends up engineering new how to learn and grow engineering news record. Oh, what happened? Okay, so these are some opportunities, AI tools, always solve a problem, create and improve a workflow, engage with multidisciplinary teams. Okay, so I guess summary, hopefully the recording catches this. Okay, conclusion may, this is what I have learned, and I wish somebody told me this 10, 15, or 2 decades ago. If you come with a focus, consistency, and discipline, the world is your oyster. I mean, the world is your playground. You can do whatever you want. And if you do nothing else, at the end of the day, nobody can take away. Oh, sorry, my bad. I went too fast. I'm trying to take track of time. Focus, discipline, consistency, and discipline. Apply it to a skill, because all these other things without an end goal in mind may not be it may be a wasted effort. This has to be applied to a skill, and at the end of the day, no one can take away your attitude, effort, energy. So with that, back to you, Mr. Moderator.
Thank you so much, Adi Rakshanda. तमाम ज़बरदस्त प्रेज़ेंटेशन ऐं तमाम ज़बरदस्त तव्हांजो होमवर्क हुयो ऐं तव्हांजो जेको इंट्रोडक्शन हुयो उहो बि क़ाबिल तारीफ़ आहे। हींअर असां हाणे हलंदासीं कुझु सवालनि जे तरफ़। जिन जिन दोस्तनि हैंड रेज़ कया आहिनि, आकाश तव्हांखे उहे नज़र अचनि था? मूंखे फॉर सम रीज़न नज़र नथा अचनि, बट आई विल गो विथ द कमेंट्स फर्स्ट। ओके, इलाही दोस्त सऊदीआ मां, यूएई मां ऐं सिंध मां ॾिसी रहिया आहिनि। हे लाइव सेशन फेसबुक ते बि ॾिसी रहिया आहिनि ऐं हिन ज़ूम मीटिंग में मौजूदु आहिनि। अच्छा, कुझु हेल्थ एंड सेफ्टी जे हवाले सां सऊदी मां ऐं दुबई मां क्वेश्चन आया आहिनि, त उन्हनि जा सवाल त आहिनि इमिग्रेशन जे हवाले सां। त दोस्तो, मां तव्हांखे ॿुधाईंदो हलां त साना जी हिकिड़ी कमेटी आहे इमिग्रेशन जे हवाले सां, उहे सेशन्स कंदा आहिनि। पोइ तव्हां उन्हनि सां राब्तो कयो, जेके बि गाइडलाइन आहिनि उहे तव्हांखे उहे ॾींदा। त तव्हां फॉलो द पेज ऑफ साना एंड यूट्यूब चैनल, दे विल गाइड यू फॉर दोज थिंग्स। अॼु रखंदा हेल्थ एंड सेफ्टी हवाले सां तव्हां कीअं था ॾिसो त हिते कीअं स्कोप आहे? तव्हां डेफिनेटली मैनेजमेंट में आहियो, त जेके हेल्थ एंड सेफ्टी एंड एनवायरमेंटल वारा आहिनि वारा दोस्त आहिनि, प्रोफेशनल आहिनि, उहे उन्हनि जो कीअं आहे हिते स्कोप? उन्हनि जी जॉब्स वग़ैरह हिते आहिनि? थोरो मुख़्तसरन जवाब ॾिजो शॉर्टली। माइक अनम्यूट कजो तव्हां पंहिंजो।
रक्षंदा खां पुछो था।
जी जी रक्षंदा खां।
रक्षंदा खे ॿुधायो था सवाल रक्षंदा जे लाइ आहे। रक्षंदा तव्हांजे लाइ सवाल आहे। मुस्लिम
जी,
is
I got it.
okay, thank you.
I'm very cautious of the time too. So safety is very important. Trust me, safety, PP. I mean, safety is a everyday choice, a habit. Because at the end of the day, we want people to go safely to their homes and communities. Your mukhtasar job, sir. I don't know how or
जबरदस्त।
much
थैंक
shorter
यू।
you want, but it's very important. Again, it's about the value and solving a problem, solving an issue that a client is or your employer is.
Okay, thank you so much. Engineer Akash लिखे तो appreciate everyone. Okay, that's good. अखलाक काजी आहे असांजो सीनियर आहिनि दुबई में कमु कंदा आहिनि। द myself अखलाक काजी completed Bachelor of Engineering and working as a team leader, civil team leader in UAE, Abu Dhabi since 2008. Welcome, Ada. Thank you so much. उन खां पोइ आहे Bilawal Khan. Sir, I am working in UAE as a safety officer. I want to move from other. मां जॉब ॾेई चुको आहियां। तव्हां इमिग्रेशन कमेटी सां कॉन्टेक्ट कयो साना जी and they will guide you.
शिराज अहमद सवाल पूछे तो।
Okay, we'll come to Shiraz. Let me finish first the comments. My name is Ishwar Lal and I am currently working as an HSC manager with Chinese company in Saudi Arabia. 9 years. I moved to Saudi Arabia to continue professional journey and experience now. Is the opportunity growing construction sector? I currently am based in KSA. Thank you so much for joining. Question होते तो बुधायो। Ada Ghulam Mustafa. I am undergraduate student in civil engineering from Mehran University. I was okay post इसी दोस्त join कयो। Thank you.
हिकिड़ी सजेशन ॾियां मां तव्हांखे।
जी 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 जी।
महिरबानी करे तव्हां पंहिंजी ईमेल एड्रेस हिते शेयर कयो या ॿुधायो।
जी जी।
ऐं सभिनी दोस्तनि खे गुज़ारिश आहे, तमामु बहितरीन सवाल सभिनी कया आहिनि। And they have really appreciated this presentation, Rakshanda, and such a great input. त तव्हां पंहिंजी ईमेल सभिनी खे ॾियो त
जी
जेको बि उन्हनि खे सवाल हुजे रक्षांदा जे लाइ, चाहे उहो प्रोफेशनली उनजे प्रोफेशन जे लाइ हुजे या करियर डेवलपमेंट जे लाइ हुजे, उहो
जी
तव्हां खां पुछनि। You will reach out to Rakshanda and
जी
get the answers and send the responses to them. So तव्हां पंहिंजी ईमेल एड्रेस महिरबानी करे हिते
जी
publish
ठीक
कयो।
आहे।
बाबा तव्हां सभिनी खे गुज़ारिश आहे, you all are requested, if you have any questions, any guidance that you need, you can write it to Muslim Burdi, and he will reach out to Rakshanda Mahar and he'll get the answers and the guidance from her. And there are other engineers here also in our SENA, and we'll try to get your answers from everybody if we can. So you're encouraged to ask these questions. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you, साईं। अदी रक्षंदा खां हिकिड़ो सवाल आयो आहे जेको मूंॾे आयो आहे त उहो सिंध मां दोस्त नओं ग्रेजुएट अचे थो या गल्फ मां अचे थो मिडिल ईस्ट मां, त उहो पहिरियां कहिड़ियूं प्रिपरेशन करे अचे जो हिते अचे त हुनखे जॉब वठण में आसानी थिए। त अदी मुख़्तसरन जवाब ॾिजो।
That's a loaded question. I talked about certifications. अगर तव्हां FE fundamentals of engineering करे था सघो, PMP करे अचो, OSHA जा 10 या 15 या 20 वर्ग आहिनि, anything and everything that's globally accepted. या SER certification आहे, so that's my humble thing, but it will vary by case basis, right? The undergrad छा में आहे, is it accredited or not, is it accepted in your future country or not?
ओके, थैंक यू सो मच। हाणे असां क्लोजिंग रिमार्क्स लाइ हलंदासीं साईं इकबाल तरीन साहब ॾे, पर हुन खां पहिरियां असां हलंदासीं साना जो GS जॉइन कयो आहे। सो साना GS असद शेख ॾे हलंदासीं त उहे छा चवंदा, पोइ आख़िर में असां सदारती जेको क्लोज़अप आहे उहो साईं असां इकबाल तरीन साहब खां वठंदासीं। त असद शेख साना जा जनरल सेक्रेटरी आहिनि ऐं मां इहो ॿुधाईंदो हलां त सेना ठाहिण में असद शेख जो वॾो बुनियादी रोल आहे ऐं असांखे ॾाढी सपोर्ट कंदो आहे त तव्हां सेना में अचो ऐं तव्हां सेना में कमु कयो। सो वी आर थैंकफुल टू EC साईं मकबूल आलेपुटो साहब, अदा असद शेख, अदा हबीब मेमण, अदा आकाश। सो आई एम गोइंग टू अनम्यूट अदा असद शेख। सो अदा टाइम शॉर्ट आहे, थोरो बसि प्राइसली ॿुधाइजो।
Thank you very much, Muslim. First of all, thank you everyone जेके मूं सेना जा सेशंस ॾिठा आहिनि in recent past. It is really awesome ऐं to the point ऐं बिल्कुलु जेका असांजी टेक्नोलॉजी आहे हिन वक़्तु उन जे हवाले सां ऐं अॼु जे हवाले सां वी आर थैंकफुल अदी रक्षंदा महर जंहिं ॾाढो ज़बरदस्त ब्रीफ कयो ऐं मूं सॼो सेशन फ्रॉम स्टार्ट टू एंड नाउ आई वॉज हियर ऐं साईं इकबाल तरीन साहब जस हुजे उन्हनि खे जॾहिं असां उन्हनि खे मूंखे यादि आहे रिक्वेस्ट कई त ही वॉज़ हैप्पी टू एक्सेप्ट दिस टास्क बिग टास्क ऐं मुस्लिम यू आर ऑसम हमेशह कोऑर्डिनेशन में ऐं सेना खे हलाइण में तव्हांजो वॾो किरदारु आहे ऐं मां न भुलाईंदुसि जेको इनिशिएटर आहे मेन आकाश केवल रामाणी असांजो जॾहिं उहो सेना जो प्रपोज़ल खणी आयो असांजी ईसी में पर बहरहाल थैंक यू वेरी मच एवरी वन ऑल द टीम ऐं होपफुली ईअं ई अॻिते वधंदा रहंदा थैंक यू
थैंक यू अदा असद अदी रक्षंदा तव्हां हैंड रेस कयो आहे त जल्दी में तव्हां ॿुधाइजो पोइ वरी असां फाइनल साईं इकबाल तरीन क्लोजिंग ॾे हलंदासीं
Absolutely. Ma, I got so carried away in the presentation. Just a humble observation. Okay, I think if I'm correct, if I'm not mistaken, I'm the first female speaker in your SENA technical sessions.
डेफिनेटली
And hopefully I'm not the last, but just wanted
यस
to throw that
तव्हां
in.
तव्हां सां इलाही सेशन करणा आहिनि फ्यूचर में इलाही सेशन करणा आहिनि
Nanda Musa ne ben ke anu. Bring
No, no,
other
Tawasam
ladies.
realization. Not first. This is first, but not last. Yes, that's right. Okay, thank you so much, Adi Rakshana. Thank you so much for your time. And हाणे हलूं था सेना जे चेयर साईं इकबाल तरीन साहब ॾे फॉर क्लोज अप रिमार्क्स अदा इकबाल तरीन साहब तव्हां माइक ओवर टू
महिरबानी थैंक यू असद वॾी महिरबानी तव्हांजी यू हैव बीन वेरी कोऑपरेटिव वेरी सपोर्टिव ऐं सॼी सना जी एग्ज़ीक्यूटिव काउंसिल एग्ज़ीक्यूटिव कमेटी जी सॼी लीडरशिप जेका आहे उन 150% सपोर्ट कयो आहे सेना खे ऐं सभ खां वॾे में वॾो कसूरवार जेको आहे उहो आकाश आहे जंहिं जेको आहे ही शरारत कई आहे ॾाढी ख़ूबसूरत शरारत सभिनी जे गीचे में पैदा वेंदा थिए सो थैंक यू सो मच एवरीबॉडी Muslim, you have done a good job. Sanjo Sheikh Saab जेको आहे उहो बि बदर उहो he is also doing a wonderful. Everybody is doing a great job. Thanks to Sana for their support, unconditional support, and I wish that this keeps growing. Rakshana तव्हां सिंधीअ में चवंदा आहिनि खखर में खलो आहियो तव्हां जॾहिं इहा ॻाल्हि कई that you will not, hope you will not be the last women speaker. Okay, I got something coming for you. Now, please take a lead in identifying women, female speakers. Help us there. Zaruri na hai to we saji community ma ho jaye. See if you can get somebody from your organization, those in different profession. See if you can bring them to this because असां चाहियूं था त मुख़्तलिफ़ प्रोफेशन्स मुख़्तलिफ़ ऑर्गेनाइज़ेशंस स्पेशली गवर्नमेंट साइड ते जेकॾहिं तव्हांखे ॿियनि खे रिक्रूट करे सघो talk to your boss. Maybe he can come and share his lifetime experiences with everybody. So we'll be really thankful to you. And आख़िर में I'm so impressed. I'm really impressed with all the participation जेके असांजा participants आहिनि उन्हनि जेके ही comments वग़ैरह ॾिनियूं आहिनि. I'll be very honest with you. हिन प्रोग्राम खां पहिरियों कंहिं बि एतिरी असांजी participation न रही आहे करेक्ट मी इफ आई एम रॉन्ग आकाश एंड मुस्लिम तव्हांजे खे ॾाढो तमामु घणो फीडबैक मिलियो आहे and people are proud of you, they are really thankful to you, and I don't blame them for appreciating you. So thank you so much for all of you who have participated and supported. Rakshana, you did a great job. Thank you. Proud of you. Thank you. You all take care.
Thank you, sir. Mehrbani. I'm just a small fish in the big pond. Thank you.
Thank you.